The only thing worse than a bad show is one that overstays its welcome, and HGTV fans know that better than most. Christina Hawk and Tariq El Moussa are HGTV royalty thanks to Flip or Flop. The show's premise is simple. The then-married couple would purchase homes at low prices, renovate them, and sell them for a profit. If the idea behind the show was simple, the couple's personal lives were anything but. While seemingly happily married, Christina and Tariq's relationship grew troubled behind the scenes.
This is like this new thing where now every single time I say something, you say no.
I'm just giving an opinion.
We're arguing over nothing.
Tensions between the two mounted as Tariq was diagnosed with cancer, and the couple struggled with infertility while trying to conceive their second child. They eventually divorced following an argument in which Tariq reportedly left their home with a gun. The two continued to film their show during and after their divorce proceedings before it finally ended in 2022. Admittedly, watching Tariq and Christina navigate working together while no longer being a married couple was interesting at first. But by season 10, that dynamic was no longer refreshing and the show had run its course. Design Star was HGTV's answer to shows like American Idol or Food Network Star. HGTV would find young, talented designers, pluck them from relative obscurity, and give one lucky winner their own specialized show on the network. This would theoretically change their life and transform them into HGTV's next big star.
David, you are HGTV Design Star.
In practice, Design Star winners saw mixed results. On one hand, Season 1 winner David Bromstead has seen undeniable success. On the other, how many Design Star winners can you name? Notoriety isn't the only thing that makes one a star, but HGTV struggled to make the show's winners into full-fledged household names. Other than Bromstead, the other winners saw only a few seasons at best of their individual shows. By the time Design Star was canceled, longtime judge Vern Yip told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that viewership was around 1.5 million per episode, down from approximately 3 million per episode in 2009. HGTV could have cut their losses and ended the show earlier, rather than struggle with finding a spot on the channel for each new winner. Chip and Joanna Gaines built their home design empire off the success of their seminal HGTV show Fixer Upper. Though the couple is now worth millions and run their own lifestyle entertainment and home design company, they started with just a small business flipping houses.
She's the brains, she's the beauty, she's the design expert, and I'm the muscle.
Fixer Upper premiered in 2013 and ran for 5 successful seasons. By the show's end in 2018, the Gaineses were officially stars, but they were also worn out by the fast pace of filming a hit series while working on their personal projects. In an interview with People, Chip said that he felt trapped and that they were behind on projects by season 3. He explained, "We were screwed. We were doing projects backward. If HGTV had ended Fixer Upper just a season earlier, it would have been better for everyone." Fix My Frankenhouse follows Mike and Denise Butler, a lovely married design team who fix up overly complicated homes in the greater New England area. And boy, do these homes need help. They're often oozing with character but have issues that completely overpower their charm. Sadly, while the couple's renovations fix these design flaws, they can miss the mark when it comes to honoring older home style. Unhappy viewers have taken to Reddit to voice their complaints. One described being speechless with rage by what they described as the couple casually disregarding house style. To be fair, it doesn't matter as long as their clients are happy. There's no rule that an older house's charm needs to be preserved throughout the years, but it's still disappointing to see an antique interior become completely modernized. Despite occasional design blunders, Season 1 was a fun watch. Season 2, however, dragged in comparison. The focus on whether Mike would quit his corporate job felt forced and unnecessary. Love It or Listed is one of HGTV's most recognized series. The show followed 2 pros, designer Hilary Farr, who would renovate a family's home in the hopes they can learn to love their property, and real estate agent David Vizentine, who would try to convince homeowners to list their newly renovated house and purchase a new one instead. The pair developed an entertaining rapport and bickered their way into the hearts of viewers for over 19 seasons. Then in 2023, Hilary announced her decision to leave the show. In an interview with People, she explained that it was time for her to move on and meet new challenges. Despite their on-screen arguments, the two hosts had developed a close off-screen friendship that shone through to audiences. Given how integral their chemistry and bond had been to Love It or Listed, it would have been reasonable to cancel the show upon Hilary's departure. Instead, Paige Turner of Flip or Flop Nashville replaced Hilary for season 20. To her credit, Paige does a great job trading wits with David and designing homes for their clients. But is it too much to ask that HGTV create a spin-off of Love It or List It with Paige and David instead? Renovation Island followed Brian and Sarah Baumler as they renovated an old resort in the Bahamas. The couple's end goal was to restore it to operable condition and rent it themselves. They moved into one of the villas with their children and opened the resort to the public in 2019 after roughly a year of renovations. Things took a turn when Hurricane Dorian hit the island and the Baumlers paused filming before reopening the resort in February 2020. Any joy they felt at reopening was short-lived, though, as the disruptive pandemic we all went through began shortly after. That brought its own set of problems, but Sarah and Brian were determined to see their dream through. While it was interesting to watch the Baumlers deal with unprecedented circumstances on top of the existing challenges of fixing up the resort, the show's premise felt stale by the final season. Brian and Sarah were already operating the resort by that time, and any new problems requiring renovation felt as though they were manufactured for television. Married design team Chelsea and Cole DeBoer made quite the impression on HGTV viewers with their show Home Fab. Unfortunately, it probably wasn't the impression they were hoping for. Some HGTV fans took to the network's subreddit to complain about nearly every aspect of the show, from Chelsea and Cole's personalities to their design choices.
Clients don't like our design, then our design business isn't going to grow.
You got a point.
That is a large point.
Before entering the home design world, Chelsea and Cole had already gained reality TV star status by way of MTV's Teen Mom 2. And while the couple seemed passionate about learning more about interior design and improving their skills as they built their business, it was their lifestyle that was of most interest to viewers. Season 3 of Home Fab had its moments, but segments that focused on the couple's lives were few and far between. Rather than just continuing with a lackluster design show, Home Fab should have concluded after the second season. Tariq El Moussa returned to HGTV in 2023 alongside his new wife Heather Ray El Moussa of Selling Sunset with another show about flipping houses. The first season of The Flipping El Moussas documented the couple navigating their joint business while growing their family with the birth of their son Tristan. The show was canceled after season 2 aired, but it could easily have stopped earlier. It's not that The Flipping El Moussas was bad. If anything, the show gained fans thanks to the couple's refreshing dynamic. Unlike many HGTV couples, neither Heather nor Tariq are overly involved in the design or renovation of the houses they flip. One fan on Reddit noted, "Tariq treats it like a business, and he's very clear about that." Other fans appreciated Heather's realtor background and that the couple gave credit to the designers who styled the homes they flipped. This transparency was definitely one of the show's greatest strengths, but it doesn't change the fact that the Flipping El Moussas is basically Flip or Flop with Heather instead of Christina. While the Flip or Flop format held strong for nearly a decade, it was more than time to let it go. Heather and Tariq are cute together and both have personality in spades, but do they really need to have an HGTV show about flipping houses? Even if you know next to nothing about HGTV, you likely know the Property Brothers. The duo are fantastic additions to HGTV and thrive on the network, having headlined numerous series. But how many shows do they really need? At this point, we're dangerously close to reaching Property Brothers fatigue. While HGTV was on a cancellation spree in 2025, they only postponed 2 of the brothers' planned shows. And if there's any show to cancel, it's Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers. To be fair, the show's focus on fixing the client's existing house's problems rather than moving into a new home altogether is refreshingly practical.
That is wild.
It's also nice to know the homeowners will end the episode relieved that they actually love their house again, thanks to the show's formulaic nature. But the Scotts have several shows airing concurrently on HGTV, and they can stand to lose this one. Divided by Design has a fun premise. Ray and Eileen Jimenez, a husband and wife design team based in Miami, run competing design firms with differing styles. The pair has great chemistry, and their banter makes for entertaining enough television. So what's the problem? Well, for a show about the couple's conflicting design styles, they're way more compelling when they work together. Divided by Design is at its best when Ray and Eileen share the screen and bounce ideas off of each other, and that's missing with the current format. Sure, they butt heads when it comes to design, but that real conflict is better than any manufactured drama the HGTV writers could conjure up. So far, Divided by Design has only had 1 season, and while it was far from awful, a show where the two are forced to work together would make for better TV. HGTV hasn't confirmed that the show is canceled, but a post on Eileen's Instagram from early 2025 references embracing the next chapter, making it sound like a second season isn't likely. Fingers crossed, Ray and Eileen film a spin-off called United by Design.